So this is first game. It's a game between Robert Banjon and Grigori Tomazu. So let's go with this. I think this game, the beginning was kind of normal, so I will a bit move on. First of all, this was interesting move. To be honest, I'm not really sure how to answer this. And I think the way how, like, I would never extend this at B. I would always play to the corner. I like this variation more, something like this. This I play usually this as black. Also, I played this as white, but I think I never saw that someone played this one. And up to here, I'm not sure it's really good for black. I don't know, maybe you have to play like this, and this, but I'm also not fan of this. Yeah, after this, all is forced. And it looks like white gets really solid wall, and now stone here doesn't really work. So I'm not sure I would ever play something like here. Like, this one doesn't look good. And also, I tried this a lot as white, and I always like the result. It looks like you have to play this. And this looks like the move in this position. Okay. But I think, anyway, this is probably better for white, but it's not critical. I don't think really in this game this was important. Like, was important, but the game is long. Probably white gets some advantage. You just move on. It should be okay. Okay. It's good. This attach looks strange. I don't know. Cut looks natural. Yes, I don't like it. I think this is strange to attach. Maybe just cut would be okay. Yeah, just simple cut would be okay. Hi. So, I don't know. About this attach, it's just you also destroy a lot of options with that. It's not necessary. Maybe I would be more happy if I can get this kind of shape. Feels like it's you spend gota, but you know you can get later maybe 3. Like not now, but 3. There is a lot of center moves you can have there, so I think it's okay. It's not really that the big problem. Yet 2 is Sentish. I don't know. I don't see where to play also as white. There is not so much place to center. You anyway want to destroy this. This is the main like important thing. So if you will get this shape, I think I also don't know what to do as black. Shape is bad. You cannot really build much. Like you want to play here, but then white can maybe use that card somehow. So I would be okay with that. I don't think you need to be. It's just by points also a lot because it's like in the game. Then this is a life corner, but not really much there left. So I don't know. Like in the end, it was Seki, not Seki. Even it's shape. We can come back to that. And it's really annoying. It's like this corner, not even a point, and then it was more like a minus. So yeah. Okay, this is fine. I mean, this is probably minus, but I mean, at this point, it's for sure minus. Like this, just answering would be okay here, and then maybe come back. This one is good. So far, everything looks super normal. I think it's fine. Yeah. Not sure about this. Maybe some attach is better shape. Like then we have some kind of option to get 3 in center. But I don't know if it works. Maybe it's super dangerous if it's like this is dying. Probably not. Probably it still works and pretty okay. So if you can, I think attach is first move you need to read. This one looks like might be too much. Yeah, this was solid mine. I mean, anyway, it doesn't work at this point. If there is any option, it works. It works like this. Maybe you can play like this. And then hope to have some follow-up. Or maybe like this, starting with this. This, don't know, this and die with that, but I don't know. When this is super risky. Like you create another group and feels like, yeah, d6 for sure a mistake, but even in any other variation it looks really bad. I think this is the move. You need to be sure that this group is alive, but not creating another group. With another group, this is a problem. Yeah. Now white is black is winning big. I mean, that was big swing. Yeah. And also this group now it's like worse than Seki usually. It's minus for white. Like it's not even points, it's just minus. I don't know how big minus, it depends on questions, but usually this group we don't count as points. It's for sure minus. Okay. Up to here, black is good. This is probably slow, but okay, I think black is winning, so maybe white should try to play something more aggressive, like I don't know if you can invade immediately here. Maybe push and invade and try to get something there. I'm not sure it's so easy to kill. And if you can get this, even like this, it's already nice. You kind of get something, so. Okay, then we have a core. It's very difficult to say how big is this core. Maybe I'm thinking just better to answer like this and don't touch it. In this case, it's direct core and black can get any 2 moves. Like any, and then yes, is L9 is bigger than R10 on the right. I think they're both similar. It's not really a big deal. Okay. It's like, it's me. I think it's bigger to just defend the corner. And then black get this, and then you just play endgame. I think this center is overrated. Overall, that all moves is overrated in center. Also, I think black should... maybe black should even capture the corner now. I feel like this, again, this one looks small. I don't know what is the agi here. Maybe you can try to do some stuff. Is it alive? With some cool magic? Probably not. I think at least as black, you play this for sure, and then you play here to see what happens. Just to... it's not easy to answer now. It looks difficult. I mean, you can do... Now you can do whatever here. So I think you need to... I don't know even how to answer this. Even this I don't like somehow. There is still a bunch of agi. But maybe like this. And then try to... just... I think this is anyway good exchange. 3-4 and then try to destroy. Okay, this was good. I think black would get something in the end, but black could get way more. Okay. There is something here with this, and this. Like you have to play maybe this one. In theory, there is something. Maybe not. Maybe here. Yeah, I think this one is important. This. It's already a problem. How to make it the more painful way. I mean, even like this, I think it's already good enough. This, some core. Yeah. I mean, getting this is amazing in core. Then you don't need to get more. But this is still the same. Now it's a core there. I think you cannot really avoid it. Maybe something like this works. This. We capture on this. So we need to defend, play here. This looks some decent endgame you can play. Okay. C15, C15, C16. Maybe also, I don't know. But this is a bit more complicated. Maybe it works also. I don't know. Like this. Try to kill everything. Looks also working. This is probably even bigger than the corner. Yeah. But even now, I think black, yeah, when black capture, black is super happy. Even ko, if you count ko, it's only third of the corner. So here it's like corner is like 25, 27, I guess. And then third is like 10 points. I think if you can live on top, white is good. For sure. Now this ko starts to exploit. I don't know if there was something better for black than just this. I mean, there is always this kind of core. This. It's even a core. I mean, it's a core, but I'm just thinking, is it better? Probably it's better, it's more points. So I would be happy with this more. I mean, you lose more, but I like this core way more. And if you play like this, I think this is just... Ah, no, this is not working. Yeah, true. It's not enough liberties. So you have to play like this. Yeah. But this core is super happy for black. In the game, black could just finish it. Black has just more questions. This was all good. And in the end, I think there was still a lot of questions. For example, here, if just black play this, it's game over. I think there's no more. And now you capture and white. If you need to play this is such a big minus. And if you get this is completely different in the game. So I don't know. I think after this, it's a big difference, yeah. And now white just retreat, and now suddenly we have still a game with endgame, and it's pretty even. And for white to win this game was probably possible. I think it's even now. Yeah. This was good. This was all good. And at this point, I think white just need to defend his cost threats. I don't know, maybe this is a move. Like, in order to win this score, like, you need to defend cost threats. You need to play sometimes in your territory. And then black also need to do something. Like, when you play this kind of core, black needs to win it twice. So at some point, in order for black to resist in this kind of core and to make it not seki, black have to play somewhere also inside his territory. So in this way, it would be compensation. But you need to be sure that you win this core. Because in a game, there is, with the move at A, it feels like there is like 10 of crossroads or 15. And then if it's like 1 or 2, it's not a problem. But if it's like 10, I think you cannot really do anything. The group probably is dead. And in this game, yeah, maybe now you can just connect and that's it. I don't know, maybe first here. But it's still annoying. I don't know. I think this cut is a problem because you kind of have to still eliminate it in the end. Like, even now, I think for black is good to cut, and you don't know how to eliminate. Like, this move still, when you, at some point, you need to spend 2 more moves, maybe even 3, because you want to eliminate also this. A cost threads, B cost threads, C cost threads, there's a lot of cost threads there. And they're all pretty big, you cannot give up. So I think this was maybe even worse to play inside your territory at least once, to clean. Now it's clean. Now everything is good. And then it's okay. Then the game is still fine. And also neutrals, I think, is important. For example, it's important to take neutrals like this in order to have more cost threads. Because, yeah, more cost threads. Like now white and black has really minimum cost threads. And I think it's would be like this, that black will play here maybe as a cost threat, then probably white will capture center, maybe would be another cost. So I don't know, this is might be the idea how it will end. But I think, yeah, okay, white get 1 more cost threat, that's good. And now, yeah, now just defending at A would be winning move, or just playing there and then defending at A, and also defending here. I think like this white is winning. Last call you probably cannot win. Maybe defending here. I don't know which one, if you can allow that. And then something like this. Yeah, this would be enough. I think this would be the final solution. With this core, I played a lot of. I think I even played with the Yai this core, and even a Yai collapse with this core. He doesn't understand when is correct timing to really defend cost threats. And yeah, what is really the status? Like how you need to play inside his territory. It also starts to depend on the rules. In Japanese, it's like this: you have to defend at least the biggest cost threats, and afterwards, in Chinese, you defend all the time because you don't lose that much points. But in Japanese, you need to defend the biggest cost threats, and then if white want to also fight, he needs to defend his. Yeah, I think also for black it's good. Yeah, it would be. It's not even points. It's doing nothing now. For example, if you play it now, it would be just winning the game for black because you force white to spend like 5 or not 5, like 3 or 4 moves there. It's like few points. So that's why it's pretty big. I think, yeah, probably it would be winning move for both. Okay, do you have questions about this, or we should go on? Okay, let's go to the next one. So I sent the link for another one. So next one is Emmanuel Faubry against Robert Banjan. So this looks like a mirror. Hate mirrors, but okay. This is strange move. I don't know. Just by itself a bit strange, but I think it's not really important now. Also, as white, I would be happy to play here and to play mirror. I don't know. It feels like center is becoming less and less important. I want to force black to play there now. It's usually the best strategy is to make Moyo on Moyo and try to make a really natural move. In this situation, I'm not sure it's natural. I don't want to play it A. It looks strange. I think here maybe something like this would be okay. And then you want to play something like this, looks natural. In this case, you just make moyo bigger, but in the end you want to play like this, be like this. But again, you forced to play 2, which I'm not sure you want to play again. It's super difficult. So I think by itself this move is good, but in Mirror Go I don't like it. I don't see the point how black can break the mirror. It looks like white can just continue, and in the end this move at B would be way more than 6 points or 7. So I don't know. It feels interesting, but I would just continue mirror, even though I don't like this. But I don't see the solution for black. Easy solution. I mean, in this situation, I would be way more happy to invade. Like 1 for 2, I'm always happy to get. And now I'm not sure. I mean, now we come back to the situation where really black needs to kill this. And I don't really believe in this. Okay. This looks too much. What to do? I think maybe just Keima. Keima is normal, and then just play something like this. I don't know even how to do it. I even like this more than the game. I think this is a bit better. I also don't like this. Maybe just normal, something like this, and jump would be okay. Usually it's not good, but in this situation, probably it's fine. This is too much. It's difficult to answer. I think something like this would be easier. To just also for moi it looks better. Like this, as white, I would be super happy. Live with a lot of points. Okay. Yeah, this is good. This is also good. I think black played also well. I don't like the sequence on the bottom, but top was good. Also, white played well. This schema looks good. This also looks really good. Maybe it's might be a good idea to play even like this. There is some problem, but I don't think white really wants to cut, so you can destroy even more. Then there is some chaos. I think even as white I want to defend, and then the shape is better. Okay. By itself, I think this is mistake. Like playing on the right side is not really necessary. Maybe play something like this or Kema. Looks more natural. You want to give up black side for black. You want to give up that side because you still have push endgame. It's not important side. And also for black, I really want to play like this. I want to take cash maximum. I don't really want to play anything else because corner in this situation way more important than the right side. Right side like this stone is building nothing. And also it's destroying not so much. So I think this is really good direction for black. And attaching to white stone looks strange. Yeah, that feels like black probably got everything. Like in the beginning, I think white was good, but now I feel like black completely take everything. Because these 3 stones really hard to use. They are looking strange. Okay. Is this working? If black would try to go immediately. The shape is bad, but can you really use it? There's no leather. I mean, maybe some cool moves will help, but it might lead to some exchange, and I don't know. It feels like I would go for this as black. Something like this, or capture. I don't see the next move. Maybe white have to, after this, play Hane, like need to play Hane and then go for some exchange, but I don't think the top is kind of dying, so I don't know. I think black should try. I don't see how really white can handle this. Maybe push this, but it also looks kind of, to be honest, it's not working at all. Yeah, so we can just cut. I mean, this is also a nice way. I didn't even think about this, but blocking left group is also okay. Cutting everything, white have to leave. Maybe this one is more urgent to live with this. At least, I mean, that group is not that easy to kill. I don't know. This one maybe like this, and this. It's already looking like it has twice, but needs to be careful. Something like this. It's almost alive, but I can understand that it's a bit scary. Yeah, this was probably minus. I mean, this is dead. Maybe it's better just to get this exchange and that's it. Okay. This is fine. Lot of points. And then we have endgame. I think game is kind of even. And I think this is kind of the last mistake, that at this point, points here are really not important, like all these points. It's very difficult to build them. Just, we can imagine that some move like here is center, this is center. So you never, as white, will not manage to build anything. So that's why we just play on bottom. We will play like this. And you get more points. And for white, it's very difficult to build this 5 or 10 points. It's almost like white will never go for it. And I think this was probably the last mistake, because now white even gets some points on top. And these few points the black destroyed are kind of not really worth anything. Yeah. And up to here, I think white gets so much on top. Like that, everything what white get is just extra. Like white shouldn't get anything, and there should be black points. And now for sure white is ahead, and you need to do something. Like as black, I think just playing endgame is not enough. So maybe try to kill this. I don't know. Try to kill at least. Don't know if it will work, but there is a lot of stuff. Like ace is center, B is center. So it can somehow work. Just like this, I think, and then we start to play endgame, and it looks like white is just winning. Yeah. Another. Also here, I don't know if you need to answer, if it's necessary. Like we can assume that this is center, so there is no cut. And now we can maybe defend like this to build even more points. Just you don't need to block if it's not really giving you much. You need to always, I mean, this is connection, but you didn't get anything from this connection. Maybe it was miscalculation, I don't know. But like, okay, that's a call. Or it's not a call. It's not a call. Yeah, it's not a call. So it probably was miscalculation. Yeah. So I see. Maybe defending like this. I'm still thinking that probably white is winning this. White gets really a lot on top. So I think this was super important to play. And like this, probably is a good game for black. Just imagining white doesn't have anything on top, then it's okay. Do you have questions about this game, maybe? Or should we move? Okay, I think we can move. So I will go with the next one. So sending the next one. It's game Grigori Tomazu against Manuel Brasilia. Okay. This is all good. Yeah. Okay. Here I like a bit white, but I think it's not really important. This is more like a Joseki. Maybe here I would like to mill a shape like this. You have a nice move. I think if you try to run and you try to choose between these three moves, A, B, or C, you always not choosing Kosumi. I mean, Kosumi is always worse. It's very difficult to find the next move. With C, you have options like this jump's doing something. This jump is a bit different. Also doing something, but there's way less pressure on white. So you usually wants to push here or like push like this and try to build the shape then instead of Kosumi. Kosumi is just running, but it's like when the other options are terrible, usually you choose Kosumi. Kosumi is not a running move. Rarely it's good as you want to run. Yeah, even now it feels like you have a lot of problems with the shape. Okay. Yeah, again, some problems. I don't know. I really want to attach even to make it a bit better. Then it looks like a shape, but like this, there is a cut, a lot of Nadzokis, so it feels like not so real, not really good. Yeah, and with this one, we really solved the problem. Like now, white kind of helping black. So you just need to continue. There is might be a cut, but maybe just like this. On this you fight. I think this is good. Yeah, it doesn't look dangerous. This stone you give up. This is, I think most of this, we very often we use this move if we try to connect. And this cut is not really big problem. I mean, you can just fight. Bottom group is almost alive. Should be fine. This is big minus. You just fix a really problem with everything. Usually you have like CD is advantage for white to use it. Also, there is option to get E, some peeps, some cuts. It's difficult for black. And I'm not sure, I feel like there is after this might be some Agi ABC work, might work. So you kind of also disturbing your position. It's really not a good exchange. Okay. We have a corner. Yeah, this was not working. This was minus. But corner is alive. I think if I can read correctly, this is center. So you should just take it. Is it center? 1, 2, 3, 30. It's almost center, or it is. I don't know. Looks like it is center. To Atari. Capture. Looks like center. So yeah, on this one we just play here, so it's center. And then you can have way better shape as white. There is nothing. So looks good. Looks like a good exchange. Okay, this looks like a some Joseki. Okay, I think here as black, I really want to play on top. This is strong shape. This is lonely stone, and in this I'm always happy to get. This way, I think you will never get this kind of exchange. So I think it would be like this. And then it's okay. Like this, just probably wrong target to attack. Very difficult to defend, to attack top. White is playing good. Now black has some problems with this group. Okay. This all looks good. This is also fine. Yeah. And I didn't really understand. It's not possible to play like this. I think this is just works. And I didn't really see the reasoning why we don't play it. I mean, this is just, it's impossible even to cut. There is nothing. I mean, maybe even call, you can avoid it. And everything is kind of works. If I'm not mistaken. I think it just works. You cannot really do much. And in the game, black just capture, and white captures these 3 stones. And I think after this, more likely game is over. No matter what you do, it looks game over. Because it was black side. And now in the game, black reinforced there. Now white can play the moves like this. Can try to get in center. Like now you will better live as black. You will barely live with groups. And it's just a big difference on points even. You don't need to be severely attacked, and it's only for 1 move. So like this, we have a whole side, like that, white have points on that side, and we are alive, we have to answer with everything. So I think in this situation, you have to take and have to hope you can live. Maybe group will die, but I think then you just think you did whatever you could and try to. I mean, this is good odds. I don't know if it's alive, but it's also not completely dead yet. You can go with some moves like these, try to fight somehow, build some core. It looks not completely dead. So I think it can survive. Or maybe some core, something. This might be center, like this. Some cut, jump. I mean, there is a lot of room you can try. Don't know if it will work, but I think this is good odds. Imagining winning this game for black is very difficult now. Okay, so for white, you don't need to do much. You need to live with all groups. I mean, it would be cool to also get that one. But this is, again, Kosumi, fine. Just alive, also okay. Even this is not necessary. This is just... I mean, if you want to play, I think this is the move. And then, yeah, just more points. You don't need to be afraid this. We connect. So there is no really danger. Also now, okay, some exchange. Maybe it would be okay to just play like this. This is also a lot of points. Group on top cannot die. I really cannot believe that group can ever die. Maybe before the 5 you can capture, to be sure. And then this is alive with any move. Like this, it's for sure alive. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I think this game just goes to the end. Like, there is no real way how to make it close after that left side. This was not possible to put more pressure. Yeah, seems so. Seems just like this. Okay, but it's still a lot. It's still group is still not alive. So I think it's enough. Now it's probably dead. It looks dead, just like this. Yeah. So white have to play this. This is painful. Just to play like this is painful. To live with two eyes, and that happens just after this. After you give up a lot of points. I'm not sure this cut is good even. I think as white you have to play Hanem and try to play around, like try to play around that cut somehow. Maybe even just cut. Try to make that stuff work on the left. And this is too much, but I mean I don't know even how to play. Maybe just extend is okay, and then try to cut in the end if it's possible. This looks too easy. Yeah, it's somehow everything is not so easy. Maybe just extend is okay also. But it's the same as here, so I think probably white have to play like this. But I would be kind of happy even for black that you enclosed all left. And then it's like coin flip. Can you leave or you cannot? But you still have a lot of points. Maybe you don't need to get everything. Maybe okay to even give up that group. I think even give up the group like this would be still fine. Maybe get some exchange like this and then try to give up it. In some way, it's for sure should be better than the way in the game. I think in the game was disaster. This probably playable. It's all left side and you have center. I think this way it's for sure better. Yeah. Okay. I think for this game, this was super short one. Do you have some questions maybe? This was, I think, this Panuki is just too big. And also for white, this exchange, I think if you can avoid this kind of exchange of Kosumi, CD, especially without reason, you usually don't make this exchange. This is just minus. Yeah. And yeah. And also, when you want to run, don't use Kosumi. Kosumi is not running move. Kosumi is usually some splitting move or some attacking move, it's okay, but for sure not running. Running is usually there is better shapes. Yeah. Okay. So for this game, that's all. No questions. Let's go to the next one. Send the next one. Okay. Next game is Manuel Brasileiro against Emmanuel Fabri. Okay. This is good. Joseki. Ken Joseki. Okay. Yeah, and about this is also a Joseki. I mean, this is a bit. I think the normal one would be something like this. This would be easier to play as black. This is okay, and I think overall this is fine. Just like even this is okay. I don't really like this exchange. It's probably minus, but this is fine. And up to here, everything is good. And I think for black, better strategy is just to push. Without making any bad exchanges, like you can push. Like in the game, this was the cut and cut. This is probably bad exchanges. And this, you can maybe push again. And white, I guess, cannot play here, because you can push and cut. It's annoying. So for white, you need to play again, and maybe now you can just give up left side, more or less, and then you can cut. I think this should be a plan. To try to give up the points on the left, on the fourth line, and then try to cut it, and you get some influence. This looks like an I mean, it's pretty decent plan. In the game, it was very similar, but somehow it went really wrong. Like here again, I think this is okay, but you need to just connect your groups and have some wall. Like this, you just force white to run out and cut the position. Now it looks like black is under attack because white is everywhere so strong. Yeah, and up to here feels really difficult. Yeah, black wanted to attack, but it's not necessary, I would say. Also, it feels like it would be okay to attack, but everything would be fine like this. I think this way looks good. If we go the same, I mean this, and then we have this, now it looks good. But this exchange, it makes just, that's why I don't like it. It's just clearly saying AB exchange that you want to have center. And I think after exchange AB, you will never want to play from the side of C. And that's the main point. There is like a problem in directions. You try to one side and the second side, and then it looks like black didn't get anything in that. In this case, A is completely fine. In this, you already forced to play like this. This is okay. Yeah. Okay. And now it looks like everything falling apart. Mm-hmm. And even like white has a bit problems with shape. Maybe this was not, I guess, optimal. I think for white it's just good to play whatever here. This too is doing nothing, and you don't need to push on your weak group. I think this is super critical to just jump with this group, play something there, and group is alive. I mean, it's okay even to take one more move somewhere else. This is easy way. Like this, a bit more chances to do something there. Now black try to come back, and the game becomes a bit more complicated. That is still probably good for white. Okay. Okay. About this, yeah, it's probably worth it. There's no group. Group doesn't have I, so why not? This is probably fine. White get a lot of value from that on top. Looks good. Maybe there is a cut. So maybe now I would play Kosumi just to avoid cut. And it's like it's super bad shape. Maybe I wouldn't even play that. Again, it's like, you know, if I want to avoid cut, probably, but do I really want to? It feels like if I want to run, probably just would play something else. The group looks alive. Maybe top. Then I can connect from the top and everything is okay. Keima, in this case, it feels like Keima is attacking move, and we are trying to attack this group, but this group is alive. So we just, I think in this case, Kosumi is even better, but probably still not optimal, because you are not happy to run like this. So I don't know. And group is almost alive, so I think this is just give you some value, at least. Okay. And now, that's the Keima, and that was the problem. But I'm thinking maybe now it's even okay to play like this. This is some minus, but groups are connected, and that's it. And this is anyway neutrals. All they said, you cannot build much. So I think as white, it's okay even to play like this. It's not really a big deal. But this fight is also okay. I'm not sure. Maybe just playing here like now defending would be fine. And then just don't know what is the more optimal. Maybe to leave like this. Just again, I don't really believe that even if these two stones die, there would be a match. Like, for sure there would be something, but not really a lot. So you just take some big moves on the other side. This is a compromise. I think white is good. White has a lot of cash. So as white, I would always try to find a compromise. And as black, I mean, black is doing good. Black need to do something. So black is really good here. Like, not by position, but by thinking what to do is pretty good. Okay. Giving up is not possible. Maybe here better this shape, I guess. This way less center moves. It's anyway center, so I'm not even sure it's connected. Like, we have still 3. So maybe when we defend, it looks like it's center. I don't think you can play something there. This is a problem. It's impossible to solve. I mean, Kosumi is also we can cut later. So I think there is no need to take more pressure like this. I think this one is center, which is a problem. Now if you don't answer, everything is dying there. So yeah. Maybe black can try to play here. I think this is, as far as Kosumi is center, this might be the Tesuji. It can help. Yeah, don't know what will happen. Maybe just cut. Now it's a bit scary, because in this way, maybe it works, maybe not. I don't know. Like this is for sure not working. Like this, maybe. It looks super scary somehow. Don't know what is happening, but looks scary. So I'm not sure what is there. Like this, probably. Also not easy to see what is really the problem here. Okay. That is a problem with this group. It's not completely alive. Like, it's more dead than alive now. But white doesn't have an answer. So I think, yeah, I think up to here, everything is fine and you don't have a other choice. But now, I think you should try to kill. Maybe also white should just live with that group. No, you have to defend. Yeah, I think you have to defend, and then black should try to kill it. And if black not going to, just leaving somehow would be great. Yeah, I think this is alive completely. Black, it feels like, but it's not so easy to find a way how to do it. In fact, it's always like this, and it's always a problem. So yeah, maybe you can even start with that. It's always not easy to see what to do. After you get this, it's already a problem. And that's why I didn't want to cut, because maybe just jumping would be normal move here. Instead of going cut again. Again, cut I feel like the most optimal way. Like you are trying to get the best result. And very often it's correct. But here, when you have so many points, maybe it's good time to retreat and try to make a compromise. Maybe you want to have this kind of 3 and try to live with all your groups. And then I think white is good, because white have like really big sides on top and on bottom, and Komi, and black doesn't have much, just 2 corners. I think if we count, it's like this. It's 20. I mean, this is maximum 30. This is 15. This is, I'm trying to be optimistic. And then here is probably 10. I think 10 with the other group also. Like 3. And white have on top It's like white have 25 only on top. Here is 25. Here is... It's also 25. Here is 5. And here is 5. So in total we have 60. 60 as white, and black has around 55. So you have even more as white on the board. And I tried to be generous for black, but in reality I didn't even count extra here. I didn't count extra points here. I tried to count like this. So I think here white is really ahead. It's like from the left, black tried to invest a lot in attack and really didn't get much. So I think here white just need to play safe. And this is more like all-in move, or not all-in, like the most aggressive one. And in the end, the risks are also higher. Sometimes you need to just retreat, and I think this was a time where white could just retreat. And this is just going more and more complicated, I think. Yeah, and after the group dies, like here, I don't think there is in reality any chance you can win this game. Yeah. It's not even semi, so nothing. Completely nothing. Yeah. I'm just thinking maybe there is some options to make it semi, but this looks like it's not really possible. Yeah, cannot do anything. Okay. Some also trying on other corners, but the game by itself impossible to win now. Even with this score, maybe to kill this group. Maybe this is the chance. But it's connected, yeah, it's connected, stones are dead. Yeah, I think this is not even close. You cannot really win when the group on the left is dying. Like, it's a good try and you can do a lot, but I think it's more than 20 in the end. No, really, it was 11. Okay. I thought it's more, but I think black is just, at this point, you can easily as black count points, see. Also, for black, I mean, this was unnecessary. I think just defending here is good. Just to be sure that you're alive. Something like this. Okay. I mean, it looks not good, but it's not critical, I think. Just to connect that everything is alive. When you kill the big dragon, you don't need to kill more. You already managed to make that. I think this was a bit too much. But in this case, everything works. I think whatever you play should be okay. Yeah. Do you have maybe questions about this game, or should we move on? Yeah, it's a game management. You need to understand that big group, like white was good all the game because of the left, but you need to understand you're ahead. Try to be more patient, a bit more. After maybe if you're again bad, then playing, or not bad if the game becomes even, then we come back to the strategy when we need to play also optimal move. But at this point, it's not necessary, and yeah, just easier to win games like this. Okay, we have two more games. Let's go. So, next one. So next one is Emmanuel Faubry against Gregory Tomazon. So, okay. Don't really remember how to play here. I mean, there is some... I want to play here for some reason. I don't really remember what is the Joseki here, but I think this is the move. And afterwards, something like this. I don't know how many time we need to push. Let's say we play like this. And then we play Keima here. And then we play like this, then we have everything, and then we play here. This is Joseki, how we kind of try to settle everything. 7-8 is important. Then afterwards we have everything is center. Like we can play this, and all these moves are center. And in this case, we play like this. So then we can attack. Maybe we can even play like this. 19 looks cool, but maybe this is just better. This is unnecessary. You anyway can connect, so yeah. I think this is Joseki, and I think it should be good for black. I'm not sure even that white can push. I think white should do something else at this point, because it looks bad. Or maybe it's just overplay. I don't know. I never played it as white. I always played it as black, and I always get a good result. I'm not sure. I didn't really study this for white, but I just know how to. I think when I was in inside school, it was considered as an overplay, and no one really studied that much. Just you study how to punish this, and this was the move. Just get this, but I think this is also a very important one, to get all center moves. It's very difficult for white to answer this. And like this, I think white is good. This overplay was successful. Okay. It looks fine. Bottom, maybe now I would just play on the bottom. Maybe like this. Just to try to make it smaller. I think the left group more or less alive. This, I guess, a bit annoying, but then maybe you can try to leave somehow. It's still annoying. I don't know. Is this maybe Kusumi? Try to leave. But probably this is worse to play. If it's so annoying, it feels like black can handle, but white is kind of strong. Also for white, direction is strange. Like, I want to play from the bottom, that's natural, but top is not completely alive. Like if I would play maybe like this, and then try to play something here. Like at least you defend that cut, because it's not captured. If the stone would be not here, it would be here, then the direction would be ideal. But in this case, if black escapes, now this is a target, and this is a problem. So I don't think it's really good. I think white played a bit greedy. And now, yeah, this looks like problem. To me, this is miscalculation. We can just cut. Or not. I just did. If we play like this, I don't see what is the options here. I mean, there is some center moves, of course, but and also white is alive, probably, but this is just over. Like, you connect all groups, and this is winning move. Or I'm missing something, I don't know. There's nothing, completely nothing, it's just that. Black could just win the fight in one move. Now it's probably still okay for black, but not as good as before. I don't know if there is a net. To me, it looks like it should be alive. For example, like this. It looks alive. This is runaway. I don't see this, also I cannot see how to kill it. And I think if you can get one, it's game over also. Maybe there is something. I mean, maybe white can try, but I don't see anything. And also I feel like this move is important, but this move kills two groups. So here, if I have also a lot of time, or like not a lot, if I have any time, I would probably spend everything. Because now left is dying, and it's kind of one move that in the other situation white is dying. So I don't know. It's really if you can play here, would be super amazing. And I think it's not possible to kill. I think it's possible to play. I cannot see any Geta or some shape. Like there is some Kosumi, but this Kosumi probably you can just jump here. This you play something like this. It looks not close to be working. And like this now, white is just killing black. Okay. I mean, there is a cut and a lot of Haji, which you can use, and it's good. But dying there was... Then I'm even thinking to play here like this. Or something on bottom. Maybe like this. More points. I mean, there is still this fight. The group is alive, but you also get a lot on top. Like this. I just don't like that. In this case, black gets also here, but I'm not sure. Maybe even black can play this. This would be even more painful if it's possible. And it looks like it's possible. Like this, you need to leave. This is super painful. If we try to cut, then it looks dangerous. There's not so many liberties. I'm not sure how it will end. So this is a move, I think. In the game it was more simple. Now I feel like here white kind of got lucky. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this is not center, I would assume. I don't know if white can just play here. At this point, the game is good for white. I think it's not obvious good. I mean, if I would play one, I would say it's certainly good for white. Problem with this game that I think probably black is okay. Just playing as black is very difficult. You are behind on points and white have a clear goal what to do. For black, I'm not sure. Like maybe like this, I would say it's probably fine. Like this is black, I would be okay, I think. I mean, left is a lot, but also on the right is like this group is not completely alive. So I think it's fine at this point. Like this formation is not as small as left territory. I mean, they are similar. And also, maybe I would feel more comfortable as white, but the game for sure is not over. Now I think the game is like, maybe even if white is ahead, not much. Or even if like more than 10 points, it's not really important because overall, white needs to still fight on that side and you can do a lot of stuff there. Okay, it's center, but it's a bit painful center. Okay, maybe, again, I like this. I don't think it's really important. Even if you get a side, it's still okay. I'm thinking, is it really possible to get... I don't like this exchange. The corner is not alive. Yeah, 6 line. I think the point is this considered to be connected, which I can agree, but I would be afraid what happens if white would play here. This is simple plan, or maybe like this. It's very, like as black you need to kill. And AI is pretty good in this kind of sequences, but for black, I mean, I don't know what is next move. It feels like a bit loose to play like this. Basically, this is what happens, like white just alive. Maybe white could live a bit better. Maybe like this. I don't know. It's difficult to say. Maybe this. Just to probe how it will go. Is it helpful? Maybe not much. It's not so many. Maybe this is the move. This, and this. This looks alive. Something like this. And if black would try to kill it, I mean, this, I don't believe this is dead. I don't know. Feels like there would be something. Can extend. Then top is a problem, so yeah, this is probably alive. So I think this is the move, and it's almost center, and now you can play here. And now I think white can live. Like this, white is also alive, but feels like black managed to enclose the main points. Okay. Okay. This is, I guess, center. Can we play here? I think this is important to play. I mean, yeah, it's connected. Is it even? It's not connected. Wait, how to make it connected? Go like this. This is not that easy to connect it even. But it's connected, but maybe you can hope to jump and try to cut these groups. Maybe it can work. I don't know if it's also necessary. Maybe it's not even necessary. Yeah. As white, I think the game is kind of okay. Probably now white is fine. Yeah. Looks like we play some endgame. Looks good. This is really cool, the Suji. If it works, then it's amazing. And it looks like it's working. There's no even options. How to play around it. Yeah, this is super cool. Maybe black have to play this. It's also, it's on the edge. I don't know if it's working even. Probably this is best black can do. But it was really good. I think this Tesuji kind of win the game. And this is on the left, you don't need to play like this. Maybe if you want to play, you can play like this. This is better. Yeah, like this is just giving up some points. But I think at this point it's not really important. Maybe there is some Tesuji here, which can work. This, and Atari and capture. So maybe you can take a bit more points. Like now, I guess it's even possible to play here. On this one, there is still a problem, so we need to connect. I mean, some points. Looks like some additional points, but I think white is already good. This was the main Tesuji, which kind of win the game. This was good. And I don't think that black would really avoid that. Yeah, problem with this shape. Like, maybe here you need to play something else, but it's difficult to find where you need to play. And after that, yeah, looks like super was one-sided. If the game was closer, I think maybe if black would play here, it would be a bit closer. But I think it's still white will win after that Tesuji. It's like 5 points in the end or something. Yeah, but in the late end game, there was no really big mistakes. And in the end it was 6 points, or how many? 6 points. So maybe if there it would be like maybe 4 points less. Yeah. I think for black there was some really big miscalculations in the fights. Like, first of all, this, I really don't see why you cannot cut. Like, if you can cut and if it works, it's just game over. And then also there was one more situation on this. If you can connect and white dice, is just game over. This was a lot of chances. And after after all everything that, his game was probably, I mean, I don't know. It feels like this was already difficult. Maybe some chances were in endgame, but I feel like white is really did good here in this invasion. It was fine. It was just good enough. I don't know, maybe better to go this connection. I mean, it's all the same, but maybe answering, like, playing here once might give you some edge, and then try to connect. Maybe it was, this looks like a close one, so, or even, there is, I think black really missed a chance, like now black connected, but I feel like this would work way more perfectly if black would try to push here. And then I guess there would be chances. Because now the other group is not alive and you get more center moves. And maybe like this would be the more chances you, I mean, this is really good. Play like this. And then there is still a problem, of course. Probably you just give this. But you can get some center moves on bottom. And then the game is closer. Yeah. Okay, and for white, I think important thing is just to maybe not to play them from this side. Maybe just defending here would be okay. This or this, and this and this. Okay, let's go further. The last game for today. Maybe you have questions. If not, we can move on. Okay. Okay, let's send the link for the last one. Yeah, it's fine. So this is the last one. It's Robin Bonjean against Manuel Brasiliar. Good. This is also fine. Yeah. I think at this point, this is just exchanges. All this is just exchanges. We just imagine situation. It would be like this. And then black would play here. Yeah, that exchanges are probably a bit bad, but not really that much. It feels like they are bad, but overall, these exchanges, you can destroy the site, you can still try to run with them. But I think in this situation, I cannot really imagine to play as white not 11 here. I mean, this is important to play, and you always want to get it. When black just ignore it, I mean, in this situation, probably you are happy. If something goes wrong and you want to play from the other side, like here, I think you just automatically play here, get this, and then you think, maybe if you want, you play 8. If you don't want, it's okay to even play on this side. I think like this, white is fine. Here, it feels like black get both directions, and white is really didn't get much. I mean, both groups are alive, but bottom. I mean, I would be happy here as black. Okay, this looks interesting. I mean, it's very difficult to go to say if it's good or not. Looks like okay at this point. Doesn't really hurt. No. Okay. At this point, everything is fine. I'm just thinking, what happens if we play here? We need to extend, and maybe this is an overplay. And then we play like this. This. I'm not even sure what is this. What is the status here? I think like this I'm happy as white, but can white do something? I'm not really sure. I really want to cut, or at least to play like this, maybe. To be sure that this doesn't work. So we can maybe play here. So just cut this. It came out. I mean, everything is forced. This is difficult just like this. But okay, I think this is not the main point. This shape is bad. Maybe here. I think like this, game is probably even. There is, like, we don't want to give up any type of cut like this. This is bad cut. So, again, we can play Kusumi to avoid the cut. But I would be not happy with Kusumi. So that's why I want to play Keima just the other direction. And now it looks balanced. I think this game is okay. And maybe after 2, if you can play here, I'm not sure it's working, but I would really try to. If it's working 3, then I think game is even. Super difficult one, but even. Like this. Maybe white have to reinforce now, and then it's okay. This is alive. I think that group is alive. Maybe there is some problems, which I don't see yet. It looks alive. I think it's unnecessary. Yeah, and then this cut, and this is a problem. I think now white kind of collapsing. You have to live with one group, you have to live with other group. Okay. I'm starting to think maybe it's okay to just capture the corner or something like this and hope that it's enough. It looks like the easiest solution. Be like this and give up that part. I don't know, maybe like this. And try to just play on points. This looks like a decent solution. Because in the game, like connecting on top is pretty big. I don't know how to answer this still. This is super annoying. I mean, there is a call, but it feels like there is a bunch of problems. But the other way is like the problem that this group is not really alive. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's also okay to play like this, but the group on the left is not alive. Like white is so weak, probably it's okay to go even that difficult, like that hard on that group. Okay. I feel like white maybe can play something like this. And yeah, I think this is the most important move. Like this is kind of a problem there. We can play around it. Like the group is not alive. We can get this, we can get this. 3-4 we don't need to exchange. We play like this, and I'm not sure it's so easy. Already becomes a bit more difficult. In the game, yeah, it happens something like this, but I think this is the key move. There's this, and just giving up the points maybe and live like really comfortable life. If you can capture point, then it looks fine. It looks okay. Like this feels like black. Like this exchange really doesn't build anything for white, but black white is not alive, and you need to live with all groups now, and this looks like a disaster. Yeah. Also, I'm starting to see that group is here is not connected. Like, we can cut this all the time. There is no way how to connect this. So this is another problem. And yeah, there is really a lot of problems. So now one group is dead. Like now, I think it's okay even to cut. White will probably live on the bottom, but you cannot live with both. Cut will for sure work. I mean, you can even start with this move, and now it's working like 100%, I think. So yeah, but this is also a problem. Like this, it's also possible. Is it better? We have like this a core, I guess. What do we have? Is it, yeah, it's some kind of core. Maybe it's better to just go for the core. It's just very simple. And I don't think white have other options. Yeah, it looks like just a core. This was way easier than this. This is not, I mean, this is also not really difficult. I mean, black is still winning by a lot. There is a cut here, cut there. And yeah, it looks too difficult to connect everything. Maybe also here, I'm thinking maybe just turning here would be better. Just capturing everything, again, it's super difficult. I think just capturing, just playing here, probably white will leave. Is it enough? Or, I mean, I don't know if white will leave, maybe white will try to cut. This looks not good, so I don't know what to do for white. Let's imagine white will just play somewhere, then maybe you can get this. I don't know. This looks fine. I think in this case, if I would see that there is cut on the right, I would for sure play on the right. Now, the more groups is just more, it becomes more and more difficult to control everything. Okay. This is good. It's also good. And now suddenly the all groups are connected, and maybe one of them will leave somehow. There is a chance. Now it becomes risky. I have a feeling that now maybe there is a chance it can somehow leave. For example, now after this, we go like this one. Like when you cut half, now after this peep, that the other stuff might not really work. So in this case, yeah, this is just easy. I mean, it's not even important if this is dead, there is a cut. So, I mean, this is too big. And this is works all the time. So I think white should just try to ignore half and maybe try to leave, I don't know, like this. This, or maybe here. And this looks like a chance. Maybe like this, there was a chance to live and hope for it. Because now after 7, it feels like you need to cut. 30, maybe it's not that even easy. Maybe this one is center, and then you can leave. And this looks like it might be a chance. So I don't know. I feel like this was super unnecessary, everything. Just capturing this stone on the left would be enough. Just playing here would be good enough. Yeah, this looks good. But in the end, white really tried, black really tried, white tried, but nothing really worked. Yeah. I think maybe order was wrong. Like, if you get this now, without all of that exchanges, maybe like this, and this, Maybe you will get the other response. Maybe not. Maybe this liberty would be important. To be honest, I'm not sure. It's really like this. Maybe there is no variation it works, which is also can happen easily. This is good. I mean, there was a good killing sequence for this Kosumi. And I think Kosumi is good. Maybe the other move also works, but this also looks super clean. And after that, it's, I think, impossible to win. Yeah. With few more moves. I mean, the bottom completely died. Everything died there. I think maybe for white, just one option was not to run. Like, first of all, this shape was not good. So if there would be normal shape, then everything would be good. One option just to give up one stone, just to go for some, like, okay, this is not bad, and then go for just exchange. And I think this would be one option which is okay. And the other option would be to maybe, in this situation, try to play from top, like this. I don't even know, maybe even Kusumi, but I like this. I like really this. And I think after this, the game is even. And it's still possible to do something. After this one, I mean, black could, like, there's too many options how black could make this game very easy. And in the end, it looks like there was some chance, and the game was complicated, so it's not completely over, but always white was behind by a lot, and just hoping for mistake. And this time white didn't make big mistakes, so was kind of, it looks like there is a hope, but in this game there was no hope, in fact. I mean, there was a chances again for mistake, you still can hope because game complicated, but yeah. But overall everything was, I mean, black played well here. Okay, I think for this game that's all. Do you have maybe some questions about this game? If no, okay. So if that's all, then it was the last game for today. Thanks everyone for watching and have a nice evening. Bye.